For this tech review, I have here the Vivo X200, and I'll be sharing my experience using this phone 6 months later. Now, disclaimers before I go on to the review. If you hear any noise around me, be it pets or people, my apologies, neighbors and whatnot, but I can't really control that, so bear with me. I'm really trying to do this one take because I really like to show authentic and genuine reviews. Now, the second disclaimer, most important, is there were no sponsorships involved in this video. And for full transparency, as I like to do, I have here on the side my receipt. I got this for $662 on eBay. eBay is not new, you just have to look. And so with that, that's my disclaimers. And so hang in there. Hope you enjoy this. This is my review. So I really want to focus on design, feel, a few specs, and just overall, my likes and dislikes for this review. So the Vivo X200 released October of 2024. It's now 6 months later, and a lot of other phones that dropped around this time were, obviously your Pixel 9, Oppo Find X8, which that phone shares the same chip, and then the OnePlus 13, and that one shared the Snapdragon 8 Elite. And so this particular phone here is the global ROM, and I'll show you more into that. But first, looking at the design, this phone, when I first held it in my hands, one of the first things that stood out was it's so light. It comes in at around 197 grams, and compared to Oppo Find X8, that comes at 183, so slightly little less heavy. And then the OnePlus 13 is going to be the most heaviest out of those two, coming at 210.8 grams. So really pleased with just the way that this phone feels in the hands. And then one thing that I love about Vivo is around their camera module, they have these nice ridges. It's just really nice attention to craftsmanship and detail. Camera module, you either hate it or you love it. I'm in between. I don't really care one way or another. I just love the way that this phone feels, and I love the quality that the camera gives you in terms of videos and pictures. And then looking around the phone, you have your power, your volume, and let's see, nothing on the side there. You have your SIM, USB-C, and then Now another thing that stands out here after using this phone is you're getting the similar kind of a display screen design as compared to a OnePlus 13, meaning you have that flat screen here of the glass and then the four corners. Hate it or love it, in my opinion, I really hate this because it really leaves you a little bit more vulnerable to screen drops and all that. But aesthetically wise, I can appreciate and say, yeah, this thing looks nice, but even still, I would rather prefer that Vivo releases their phones with flat screens, and I feel like it's about time. It would really shift a lot of people maybe over who really like the way Vivo processes their photos. Now that we've gone to design, a couple just specs that I think are important to mention. I don't want to bore you with a lot of things like benchmarks and whatnot, but I want to more so give you some more important things to note day to day, things that are going to be matter. For instance, you get an AMOLED screen. The colors are really bright. I can't really complain. 120 hertz. The screen size is about 6.67. So it's going to be slightly bigger than the Oppo Find X8, which is 6.59. And the OnePlus 13 is coming at 6.82. So this one is, it ranks in between compared to those two in terms of screen size. The other thing is it comes shipped with Android 15. This particular model that I have in my hands is the global FunTouch OS. So 512 gigabytes of phone storage, and then 16 gigabytes of RAM. And so this phone is eligible for 4 upgrades, so up to Android 19. So pretty good on that. As far as chipset, you get the MediaTek 9400 compared to the Snapdragon 8 Elite. Again, no benchmarks, so just kind of give you the gist of how they compare. Look, really, both of these chips are amazing. The main difference is Snapdragon 8 Elite. If you're a gamer, go for that. It's going to be a little slightly better. but honestly, it's literally maybe not that noticeable. This can be just as good. What you are going to see is that this MediaTek 9400, it has a little bit better in battery efficiency, and it means the thermals will be a little bit better. As far as day-to-day, I was using this on my T-Mobile plan, and I found that, yeah, like the battery was getting me through the day. You know, I'd keep percentage sometimes from 25 to 30, so I didn't feel like this phone was depleting at all. Other things to note, I mean, I was getting emergency alerts, so I had no issues there. As you can see, I'm even getting some system updates. I'm in the United States, and so yeah, the updates are working just fine. Now battery capacity. I mean, when you talk about battery, this thing has 5,800 milliamps, and I mean that's going to beat the Oppo Find X8, but it's going to be slightly under compared to the OnePlus 13, which comes at 6,000 milliamps. You have 90 wire charge, and then you have the reverse wired charge. So there you have that. And in terms of the camera, the most important thing, when we look at the camera, my goodness, you're talking 50 megapixel on the telephoto with 2.57 aperture, and then 100 times X hyper zoom is what they call it. The main camera, now that's at 50 megapixels with aperture about 1.57, 23 millimeter focal length. And then lastly, you have your ultra wide 50 megapixel with 2.0 aperture, and you get a super wide 119 degree super wide angle. I mean, those are a lot of just numbers, but what I can tell you as far as having used this phone in my time, I was really impressed with the camera quality. And I know you can't see it; it doesn't really show it, and so I'll be doing a B-roll. But look, if you like the Vivo and the way it processes its quality of video and pictures, then you're gonna love this. And the best way that I can describe the way that Vivo processes, having used other smartphones, is it almost gives your content this really cinematic feel. And you'll see in the pictures and videos as I'm describing. So all these were just point and shoot, you know, and adjusting for lightness. But I mean, if you really want a top tier camera experience, and you're not really that savvy in Photoshop or other post editing, you know, I feel like Vivo's image processing is up there. You know, you can get some great results, just point and shoot, and it does the work for you. And I think that's really great here. I mean, and it comes down to preference. I mean, if you've used Pixel phones, I've seen their image processing changing over time. I feel like sometimes they do a lot of over sharpness. OnePlus has beautiful post image processing too, with collaboration with Hasselblad. But really, you can't go wrong. It's just a matter of preference. And then having used Vivo, Pixel, and OnePlus, I actually really like the Vivo processing. And I would rank Vivo sometimes mostly at number 1 as far as that, and then actually I like number 2 for OnePlus, and then number 3 maybe Pixel. So really, you're getting this. You're really getting a Vivo phone because you know that they're well known for their cameras. And so, I mean, yeah, I love the phone and the way that it shoots. I bought it used, as mentioned. The case here is the included one. It's really slim, and so it doesn't really offer much protection. And so, yeah. Now, that's pretty much a quick overview of the phone. Now, I want to give you my dislikes. No, real quick dislikes. If you get a Vivo phone right now, my biggest dislikes are that, 1, make it flat screen already so that we can use tempered glass and have it more protected. And 2, I mean, I wish you could make them in the United States, but obviously that's not happening anytime soon. But 2, if you're going to make the global ROM, like, please add more features, because I honestly, this phone in terms of features is really bad. You're really only getting this for the camera. It has almost no features, to be honest. You can find a couple of shortcuts and accessibilities, but it's really standard stuff that is already kind of ingrained in most Android phones now, like double press for a camera or split screen, super screenshot. It just doesn't give you a lot. If you've used or seen Vivo's China ROM, the Origin OS, it gives you so much more features, and everyone's always saying, oh, the China ROM is better even if you're in the States. But to be honest, having used the Origin OS and the Vivo X100 Ultra for some time here in North America, I just couldn't really keep it because, one, I couldn't justify the price, and two, even though it felt a little bit much more rich in terms of an OS compared to this, now that I have used this, you just weren't getting a lot of those features. So I'm kind of in this place where I love Vivo because of its camera quality, but it's just not a great phone in terms of North America. It's more of like a camera and not like a tool, which I feel like if you want a good phone for its OS, you're just missing out a lot. But if you don't care about that and you want the best of the best quality, surprisingly, having used this, I almost felt like I couldn't tell the difference from photos that I shot in the Vivo X100 Ultra. I mean, obviously the Ultra is much better because this is the base X200 series, but it's just uncomparable. Like to the eye. Like, I mean, when I was looking at these these pictures on my phone, just like here, they're amazing. And so I'm gonna go ahead and share you some photos now, and I hope you enjoy them. Now, if you saw those photos and you're thinking of going with this phone, honestly, I can't say that it's a bad decision. I mean, if you care about camera and you want top tier and you want to save a price, I mean, obviously the X200 Pro, better, and X200 Ultra, even much better. But this is a good option. However, OS needs some work. Anyways, if you enjoyed, share, comment, like, whatever, do all that, and hope you stick around and come around for another video. Thanks.